Welcome back to the Laughs on Drafts. You know who you're here with, Zach and Junior.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Tonight we are sipping on Mike's Hard Lemonade Wild Berry flavor, like a seasonal thing, 5%.
Yep, it's seasonal. I've yet to try it yet. I've had it here, but no.
Got it poured in our Yeti cups over here.
It smells good. It smells really good, don't it?
Yeah, it smells like Kool-Aid. It tastes like Kool-Aid. It's like a hard berry.
Oh, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's
Yep.
that right there. That's a I would say that's like a spring in the summer.
That's what I would think. So I was kind of like wondering why they have it out like in January.
I mean, it's I would say it would either be. I'd say it'd be an early fall drink to me, or either it would be a early spring.
I'm thinking spring or summer.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's good.
I seen it and I was like, yeah, we should try that.
Yeah,
because I ain't never tried the wild berry. I've tried other flavors. Excuse me.
that is it's very good. I mean, I don't even know what to compare it to.
Oh, it's a lot better than that shit that we drank.
Good God! Last
week.
I'm telling you what. After that podcast, y'all. I mean, it's like somebody fucking.
This motherfucker passed out.
Somebody fucking kicked my dick in the dirt, and I was gone. I was out like a fucking light. I mean, it hit me like a ton. I was feeling fine.
Yeah.
And it hit me like a ton of bricks, but I swear it was like drinking rubbing alcohol. But pirate water, I'm telling you what, if y'all. It had a little bit of flavor, but I swear it just had like a rubbing alcohol taste to it. It just
we actually went to Walmart a little bit ago, and they have like 2 other flavors, and I was like messing with them. So hey, let's get some other ones, and he said, "Oh fuck you."
Yeah, to piss on that shit. We got us these here, and got some for next week, and which I'm pretty anxious to try because I've never tried them. I'm not going to give any hints out on what they are, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And
so.
You know what? We just did. Have you ever been to a brewery?
Can't say that I ever have.
Well, yeah, you have. I mean, it doesn't. They don't announce it. They announce it kind of somewhat as a brewery.
You talk about Angry Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Angry Charles Brewing.
Yeah.
So they have their own beer.
Mm-hmm.
So all that stuff. I'll tell you where you need to go is New Belgium and Sierra Nevada. Those are in Asheville, and well, they got them, a couple other places too, like out west and stuff like that. But the nearest one to us is Asheville. Mm-hmm. We need to go up there and try that shit out.
I'm down. Man, we should definitely try that sometime.
Yeah, which I'll get with you later on at a later date and figure out what you want to do. Might see if we can't do something in April, if you can.
Maybe. We'll just have to, see how everything works out. But yeah. Possibly.
I mean, if not, we'll do something different.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, man, let's get this shit popping. What do you got? What do you got for in store for us today?
I was thinking about the other day, what's the difference between like a friend or an acquaintance, and like a best friend?
I can tell you.
Like, I mean, I kind of know. Like, I have my own opinion about it, but like.
Well, I got some damn good opinions about it, but.
Yeah, you start off. Tell me what you think.
Well, as a matter of fact, I can't remember if it was you or somebody else. I'm wanting to say it was you, but I got this video the other day. That it goes deeper than this, but it sums it up very well.
Yeah.
So, a friend that you talk to and stuff like that, right there, they call them the 6 p.m. friend. past 6 p.m., you really don't call them or nothing like that, because they're not, they're with their family. They're not going to answer or anything like that.
Right.
And then you got, they say, they're people like, you have conversations with, you kind of, talk, and just talk stupid shit, maybe like a work acquaintance and stuff like that right there. Those are friends.
Yeah.
All right, now your best friend, something like it right there, you're calling them at 2 or 3 o'clock in the fucking morning or whatever, and, you can hear them zipping up fucking, zipping up a gun case or something like that right there, putting a shovel in the fucking trunk because they're expecting, they're coming to bury some fucking body.
Right.
That's a friend right there. That's a best friend.
Or like your best friend calling you at like 2 a.m. because you're like 18, 19 years old, and he was at your house the day before texting this girl and didn't get her number or couldn't remember her number, so he calls me up at 2 o'clock and I'm like, hey, you remember that girl's number? Can you get it for me? I'm like, dude, you know what time it is?
Yep, I remember that. So those right there are best. You can call at any time. I'm like, and
my thing is, like, in my opinion, and a friend or a work acquaintance or whatever, this, that, whatever, is like, I feel like you have to, like, text them on a daily basis, because if you don't, you hurt their feelings, and like, and everything like that.
That's life. Yeah, that's a life thing right there.
But like a best friend like me and you, I mean, we can go like a week or 2 weeks, or there's been times we'd go
we probably went 2 months.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months without like texting or calling. And then one day out of the blue, he'll text me, or I'll text him, or call each other, whatever, and say, hey, what you doing, buddy? You want to come over and hang out? And then it's like we never quit talking. Like that whole 3 months was just like whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah, that shit doesn't matter because if you let that petty shit like it right there get in the way, that's
it's ridiculous. I mean, when you let shit like that get petty, like if you don't talk to them on a daily basis or something like that, it's just like, oh, well, he don't like me or she don't like me. No, it's
you're
not
a
that
teenager in high school no more.
It's not that I don't like you or whatever. It's like, I'm dealing with my own life.
You're dealing with your own problems,
your own wife, I got a kid. I mean, dealing with a damn thumb and being out of work for like almost a little over 2 months. I mean, I don't feel like talking on a daily basis.
And I mean, there's only so many of them around. You've only got, I think it's, who was it? I think it was my mother-in-law's husband said, like I think you got five true friends, and if you're lucky, you got 5. Now, I know I have 3 that I can name right off the top of my head, and right now, and so, and you being first in line, that's the way. I hate to say it, man, but that's just the way it is, and and that's something that means a lot, and to me, I think once you reach that, that best friend level type, whatever, I think there's, I don't know if you would say a different level. I think it just depends on what you want to call it, because I got family that, I would, if they were on fire, I would pour gasoline on them and try to put them out with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, if that tells you, exactly, I mean, and
like there was a study I seen not that long ago. It was talking about like if you're friends with somebody for like over, like 8 to 10 years or something, you're pretty much gonna be family or like friends, best friends for the rest of your life. And I feel like after a certain point, like 10 years. Or not even 10 years. I mean, I feel like after about 5 or 6 years, I mean, if you're calling somebody your best friend, they're like practically family. And we've been friends for over 20 some years now.
And You know.
I mean, and like you said, I've got family. Actually, I have somebody in my family that one of my sisters wanted me and my wife to. She wanted me to walk her down the aisle, and then wanted my wife to be one of the bridesmaids at her wedding here in like the next month or so, and ask if we would do it and have Jada and our daughter be like the ring bearer or whatever. And I told him, I said no, because the guy that she is with doesn't want to really be with her anyway, and so like it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be part of that.
So
like, I've never even met this guy.
You...
Yeah, I've never met this guy. I haven't seen my sister in
years.
Yeah, a couple years now.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like, so I mean, like that's something I don't know about. I knew about you was talking to your sister, but my thing of it is that I just don't know what's going on about the guy. How do you know? How did you find out that the guy really doesn't want to be with him as well?
Because according to what I heard, is he's wanting my sister to come back to North Carolina because they're in Tennessee. His mama and dad or whatever like was sold or selling their house they were living in, and the woman wanted Brittany out of the house and everything, and she's like not wanting to leave or something. I like, I don't know the whole situation, like just what I heard, and everything, and I don't know if she was not doing it or whatever, and he was, my sister's boyfriend, fiance, whatever, was threatening to call the cops because she wouldn't get out or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's freaking cold, I don't like know the whole situation, but I just like I said, bits and pieces of it, like, and it seems to me like he wants her to come back to North Carolina and he's not coming, and stuff I heard is like, kind of seems to me like he doesn't want to be with her.
Yeah, so that right there sounds like it's a disaster waiting to happen to me. But I mean, no. Why would you do that right there? Why would you want to give somebody you love to somebody that doesn't love them? That's kind of the way way I see it. I mean, it's a difference if it's an after the fact situation, something that shit pops up that you don't know about and stuff like that.
Right, and like I said, I mean, she's my sister, so I mean, I love her, of course, but it's like, I have to keep my distance from her because, I mean, she's always been a drama queen. Like, as far as, I mean,
Yeah, I know exactly what.
So, like, and it seems to me she's never really wanted to be part of the family anyway. She's like, she thinks she's better than everybody and stuff, she thinks she's smarter than us, but, and I don't want to get into too many details because whatever, but, I mean, honestly, she's lazy too.
Yeah. That is probably one of the big kickers.
Yeah.
And that is what she's going to have the hardest problem with, finding anybody to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And so, and what I'm getting at is like, There was a song, there's a song, as RX by Theory of a Dead Man. There's one part in that song, it says, that the lead singer, I can't think of his name right offhand, I used to know it, but he's like, they say family's all you need. I can't remember. You feel that buzz and you start to choke, you fall on the outs of an inside joke, meaning that that right there is a pile of shit. Meaning, that's if you think that family's all you need or all you have in this world and everything, guess what? You're more bound to get fucked over and burnt and hurt, and that's living proof, for me, because I found that out after certain people passed away in my family. It's just like, and I expected it. I expected from some, let's put it that way, but not from the ones that actually
You would think that would be there.
That would actually do that. Yeah, because I thought that was different, but apparently not. So, and then that's the reason I said,
kind of reminds me of that song. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like you find out who your friends are.
Yeah,
a country song.
Yeah, that's.
It's like you go through hardships and you fall on your ass and you look up and and see who's there and who's not, and everything. But it's like it's pretty much that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been pretty much like you said. You think that the people that would be there for you no matter what, and you try to call them up or text them whatever, and they're like not there.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell? But I don't know, I got friends, I got acquaintances, and I like them. I love them. They're like, some of them are, what am I trying to say? In a way, though, like they're family, I guess. I've known them for several years and stuff, but there's some I've worked with and everything. But it's not like that level of what we have.
Yeah.
You can't. I would not be like, if I was in trouble at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, they would not be the first ones I call.
Well, it's pretty much the way I see it is. That you got them. Yeah. And just like some of the guys that I was hanging out with yesterday, yeah, they're people I work with. They're great guys, and I can call them and talk to them and stuff like that, but not like I can you.
Right.
And that's and it's just like I said. And here's another thing. It's like you got people that'll show up to your funeral.
Yeah.
And that'll just be like, just damn, and then you got they're going to be sad and they're going to be like and hit them for a couple of days. Yeah. And then you got some that's going to be at your funeral, and then that's going to be there at the house after the fact, and then those are the people like that right there, that if you have anything that you're going to leave in your will, right. Pretty much like I said, knock on wood, nothing ever happens to one of us and everything, but something happened to you and everything, you better believe that you're gone, you're buried, whatever. I'm gonna be coming over there to your funeral, and I'm gonna carry me a damn 6-pack or a damn whiskey shot and pour it right on your grave, and I'm gonna sit there and take a shot myself. Exactly.
Yeah. But like I was saying real quick, these people that I'm friends with that are kind of like family to me, or this, that, whatever. There's nothing wrong with these people. They're good people. They're good men. They're good women and everything. But they're not the people I would call, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to get me out of any kind of trouble I'm in or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit's hard to come by.
It really is.
Anymore and today, there's some that's probably got a lot more than others. But like I said, and
I tell you, it actually reminds me of TikTok. We just seen it a while ago. It's like, who's the 6 people that would be carrying your casket, in the church or whatever. I'm like, 6? My best friend's gonna be like, that movie Pirates of the Caribbean where Johnny Depp's got that jar.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got a jar, and guess what's inside it? That would be you carrying my ashes.
That'd probably be you carrying mine. But that's this could be a deep subject.
It really could.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it into one, but I'm just saying, that is just key points, like you said. And like what you said, somebody that, if you leave off for a month or 2 or whatever, if you don't speak to them or whatever,
right.
And then all of a sudden,
hey, what's going on?
Yeah, get a random text, just like, hell, I ain't talked to you in a few days, but hell, it's been, I saw you last week.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't last week, was it?
Yeah,
it was last week. So last week I saw you, but I didn't bother you anymore.
No, and I was like, okay, so Saturday, we did a podcast, we drunk, I spent the night, and then Sunday I got up, I went home. I went home before y'all even got up.
Mm-hmm.
And you texted me Sunday, and he was like, or you called me and was like, hey buddy, you alright? You left before I got up, and I was like, yeah, just had stuff to do.
Yeah,
then,
I went in here and looked, and I was like, motherfucker forgot his hamburgers.
Yeah. And then, I got the phone with you. I didn't text you the rest of the day Sunday, and it was Monday and Tuesday, and even Wednesday, I don't think we texted. So we went 3.5 days without, sending a text or calling or whatever. And then I think Thursday no, it might have been yesterday. It might have been 4.5 days, I was like, we'll send each other TikToks and this or whatever, but we don't really have any, we don't call or have any major conversations or whatever, or Facebook videos or some shit. But then I texted you yesterday, hey buddy, we're gonna get together tomorrow and do some podcasting. And you're like, yeah. But yeah, we can go 4.5, 5, 6, 7 days without talking, or weeks or months. Before we started this podcast, we would go almost 2 or 3 months without saying nothing. But like I said, we'd send each other TikToks or Facebook Reels or whatever, but as far as having a deep conversation, no.
Yeah,
And then we'd get to, and then one day he'll text me or I text him, what's going on, buddy? You wanna, can I come over Saturday evening or whatever, and we drink and cook some food or whatever? And yeah, and nothing, 3 months wasn't even there,
Exactly, that's just the way that it is. Like tonight, hell, I understand, I know this, but I'm not going to be able to see you for 3 weeks, after today, because, you got stuff going on. But like I said, intermediate time, I work, I'm a truck driver, I'm home, 3 nights out of the middle of the week I'm gone too, but like I said, you can message me or call me or whatever, and best bet be like, hey man, what are you doing tomorrow, whatever, and you're like, well, I really need you to help me do. Well, look, if I'm in Pennsylvania right then, and I'm out of time, I'm under law then, because I could only do so much unless it's just an absolute emergency and I have to get home. You better believe that. Fuck that law. So I'm coming home with or without a trailer in that fucking truck. I promise you that. But if it's man, I really need some help, with this right here around, here at the house, getting something inside the house or getting something out, or this right here's going on or whatever. Can you help me until you can get over here? Can you give me some words of advice? Yeah. Then you best believe, that. I'll just tell you to send me a message, in the morning when you get up to remind me, right. And and I will come over there. Yeah. I'll be right there.
So yeah, Jimmy was just saying that the next 3 weeks I'm not gonna be able to come over. Which is not that I can't come over. It's just my wife's got her job is mandatory for them to work the next 3 Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have my daughter and. It'd be kind of hard to come over here and do any drinking and do some podcasting. So tonight, we're actually going to do 3 different episodes tonight so that we have it covered for the next 3 weeks. So after she gets done doing all that, I'm going to come back over here and we'll do our regular scheduling.
Yeah. Yeah, so, just and see how,
Yeah, because I think next Saturday, if everything works out, my wife's going to be at work, but my other sister's got a new boyfriend that she wants me and you to meet, and so we're going to see if we can...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, see if we can work that out, but, we won't be able to do any drinking or podcasting or anything.
Yeah,
Which, it is what it is. Like I said, that's life.
Hey, it is what it is. Exactly. It is what it is, man.
But yeah, so we actually gonna fork out or do 3 episodes tonight. Oh, and real quick, because we're getting close to the 30-minute. We got about 5 minutes left. I hadn't mentioned my hand in a while. Finally got my cast off and got the pins pulled out of my hand and everything. They said that my bone looked healed and everything. So now I got to spend the next couple weeks going to physical therapy, getting motion back in my thumb and everything, and all that. And I'm going to be out of work almost another month. Fucking hate it.
Well,
but at least it's progress. I mean, I got the cast off and I've been moving a little bit, trying to get my muscles and tendons and all that kind of loosened up. And,
yeah. Well, for one, joints gonna be sore.
Yeah,
because since they had to reset it.
Yeah.
You haven't, man. They reset it, put it in a cast automatically. You ain't moving it.
I've not moved it since the 18th of November.
Exactly.
Like, it's been like that the whole time. So
exactly. You know what you were doing that right there. You remember the rock that rock figure they're looking for on that movie Holes?
Yeah. The Thumb of God or something.
Something
like that. Lines. Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what that reminds me of.
I mean, I can move it a little bit, like.
Yeah, that joint and your muscles is gonna be sore.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. Right after I got off of that car accident, dude, I had a cast on me on my left leg from my toes all the way up to my hip.
I remember that.
And I couldn't bend it. I couldn't bend my leg. I couldn't do nothing. And man, I tell you what, they took that damn thing off and put me in a splint, and I took that splint off because that metal was like gouging into the back of my leg.
Yeah.
And I went to use the bathroom and totally forgot.
Ooh.
I sat down, my knee bent to a 90-degree angle. Oh, I squalled out. It hurt so bad. Oh my God. Dude. Ah, man.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what, man. But when I had to use the bathroom, trust me, once I felt that pain, it wasn't no problem for me to take a shit. I promise you that. It hurts. It's just like, oh, boom, it's gone. I was like, man, that right there clear your gut out.
Yeah, when I had the ACL repair years ago, it's like I was in like a knee brace, but like just being able to bend it. It took me a couple weeks to finally get motion back. But yeah, it's just slightly bending it right after the surgery. It's
yeah.
But yeah.
But
I don't know how we got on that conversation.
Oh yeah, well we said we have 5 minutes left and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, which reminds me, hell, I mean, I'm going to our tattoo artist tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going over there to him and get him to put something over this scar on my arm, or that that was broke, and all that good stuff. And I need to get me some lotion put on my previous one here. My skin's dry, and
I know mine's still dry.
I think it's just cold weather, man.
Yeah.
I really think that's what it is cold weather. And if you work out, and yours is gonna get bad too once you go back to work.
Yeah.
If it's still cold like it's.
Well, I mean, another month I won't be able to go back to work till like probably the end of February.
I tell you, I was in Pennsylvania and I stopped somewhere along the lines of Maryland and I did a load check. I got out, grabbed my bar, left my fucking gloves in the truck, and when I grabbed that bar, it was already ice cold. And I'm already riding through snow, and snow's getting up there, and it's caked on these steel reels on this trailer. So I'm going through here, cranking on the straps and all that stuff. Well, I'm grabbing all this slush and ice and everything, and I'm looking, and I get back in my truck, and it's reading outside temp of 6 degrees outside, and I'm like, I just stuck my hand all in it. Well, my left thumb, right here at the tip, it stung for 100 miles going down the road. I guess just, I don't know. And I wasn't out there 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's where I grabbed a hold of that slush ice and just kept going from reel to reel, kept doing the same thing. And it just felt like, it was stinging, felt like it was on fire. Yeah. I mean, and it stayed like it right there. It stayed hurting like I'd hit my damn thumb with a fucking hammer. Right. It stayed that way for about 100 miles down the road until it finally started fizzling out and going away to where I was actually able to feel my thumb for the most part. I think I was just a gnat's ass away from getting frostbite or something like that. It was treacherous cold up there.
Touching it after everything, it almost kind of feels like, have you ever had a hand or a foot that's like kind of numb and everything?
Kind of like a sleep feeling.
Without that tingling feeling. Yeah. But just like touching it, I feel kind of numb and everything. Yeah. It's like, it feels weird to me.
Yeah. It's probably whenever you start getting to work it some more, get that blood flow back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just sit there and kind of just do this number right here a little bit at a time.
Well, she's saying I may not have full motion on my thumb, but she said I would be able to move it a lot, but probably wouldn't have full motion where the first knuckle is right here.
Bending it down like that.
Yeah, bending it down. But like the bottom knuckle here, she said I should be able to, it shouldn't affect me too much. So.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're at almost 32 minutes. I guess we can go ahead and cut it off because we got food on the grill and we need to go check on it.
Yep, we'll get that knocked out and taken care of. But we'll be back next week with something else.
Yeah, or here in the next little bit.
Well, next little bit, but
but we post them once a week. I already got the other video that we did last week.
And y'all stay tuned because I think that they're going to get a little bit funnier as they go on.
Yeah, so, we're going to crank some more. We're going to drink some more alcohol and get a little bit more fucked up, and then the next two will probably be hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yep, because everybody knows after you get a few in, it always gets better. But hey, if you're dedicated, I would say if you're a dedicated listener, you'll listen to them, and if you're like, fuck, that ain't no good, you'll skip, go to the next one. You ever had CDs like that? You'll buy a whole damn CD. You remember we used to buy CDs for 2 damn songs?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But anymore, I think people get dedicated on listening to shit.
Well, it's like,
it's funny or not,
here on Spotify, I've got like 5 or 6 playlists. But like on each playlist, I can have over 100 songs or 200 songs or whatever.
Yeah.
At work I can actually listen to songs for most of the day as long as my boss is not needing me to do something. I can have one headphone in or something.
Yeah.
But I sit here and I can have 8 hours worth of music in each one of these playlists. But I'll just go and I'll listen to like 4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time.
Yep.
So. Yeah, I know some of our podcasts is kind of boring, and I know some of our episodes have like that little low clapping sound in it, but
we're working on that. We're slowly coming up.
Yeah, I've been doing some research on some new microphone and looking at getting a tripod for my tablet so we can actually start doing videos to put on YouTube and maybe Facebook and stuff. But it's just a slow process. I've been out of, like I said, I've been out of work for a couple months and everything, so money's a little tight on my end and everything. So, but we will eventually get a new microphone that hopefully helps clear a lot of the background noise and stuff up. So, and so sound a little bit more professional.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, guys, we're gonna hop off here and cook some food, and we'll be back in a little bit to do some more episodes. Later, bitches.
Deuces.